Cope hops back up, slides across the stage in socks, grabs the mic with both hands. Okay, we are rolling. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Let's go. Savior Complex Anonymous Episode 3, Why Joy Makes People Nervous. All right, deep breath, because this one touches a nerve. You ever notice how joy makes religious systems itchy? Like visibly uncomfortable. You start laughing too hard and somebody goes, okay, let's bring it back to reverence. Reverence for what? Misery? Somewhere along the way, sadness got rebranded as spiritual depth. You know what I'm talking about. If you're serious, quiet, and slightly burdened, oh yes, very mature faith. If you're light, playful, laughing, and free, that feels shallow. Shallow? Jesus literally compared the kingdom to a party, and somehow the invite turned into a funeral. Let's go. Let me tell you what really happened. Joy became suspicious because joy makes you uncontrollable. A joyful person doesn't panic easily. A joyful person doesn't respond well to fear tactics. A joyful person doesn't need constant supervision. And systems built on control go absolutely not. So joy gets framed as dangerous. Be careful. Don't get ahead of yourself. God gives and God takes away, as if heaven is playing emotional whack-a-mole. Some of you were taught to emotionally brace yourself every time something good happened. You're like, okay, this feels nice, so what's about to go wrong? That's not discernment. That's trauma wearing a church hat. And then this part, joy gets confused with irresponsibility. If you're joyful, you must not be taking God seriously. Friend, God invented laughter. Do you think humor came from the devil and God just tolerates it? No, the first laugh happened before the fall, and religion's been trying to return it ever since, but with conditions. Joy, but only after suffering. Peace, but only once everything's resolved. Rest, but only when you've earned it. Let's go. You ever notice how uncomfortable people get when someone is joyful without permission? You didn't explain it. You didn't justify it. You didn't preface it with a testimony. You're just happy. And suddenly someone's like, so what's God teaching you in this season? Translation, please explain why you're not miserable like the rest of us. Here's the truth bomb, slow and clear. Joy is not a reward. Joy is a signal. It signals alignment, trust, restored innocence. And innocence terrifies systems built on shame. Because innocence says, I don't need to be afraid of God. And fear has been a very profitable business model. KO leans in, whispers loudly, fear needs maintenance, joy needs nothing. You know why joy gets called shallow? Because people confuse depth with heaviness. But depth isn't weight, depth is clarity. And heaviness usually just means you're carrying something that was never yours. Jesus didn't say, come to me, all who are weary, and I'll give you a heavier theology. He said, rest, which ironically takes more courage than striving, because striving gives you something to hide behind. Joy leaves you exposed, smiling, open, unarmored. And some of you were taught armor was faith. So when joy shows up, your system panics and goes, where's the shield? Let's go. All right, episode 3 complete. KO bows, does a dramatic spin, almost knocks over a stool. Next up, Episode 4 is where we talk about why people are addicted to fixing themselves and why working on yourself became a substitute for trust. It'll be a delightful roast. Just say the word.